these 1991, 1994, and 1995 Lincoln pennies could be hiding massive value in your pocket change, and collectors are paying shocking prices for rare era coins with double dies off-center strikes, copper variations, and minting mistakes that turn ordinary 1-cent coins into auction legends. Some of these valuable Lincoln cents have sold for thousands of dollars in coin. Hunters across America are searching bank rolls, coin jars, and old collections hoping to find the next hidden treasure. If you have a 1991 Lincoln penny with rare mint errors, a 1994 penny with doubling, or a 1995 doubled die Lincoln cent, you could be holding a coin worth far more than face value, especially high-grade examples graded by professional coin services, because rare pennies in mint state condition continue rising in value every year, and serious collectors compete aggressively during auctions, making these coins some of the most wanted modern Lincoln cents in the United States. Watch carefully before spending any old pennies, because one small detail could turn a single cent into a life-changing payday, and the 19 doubled die penny remains one of the most famous modern era coins ever discovered, with examples reaching incredible auction prices that continue attracting collectors, investors, and treasure hunters worldwide. Welcome, coin hunters, treasure seekers, and fellow collectors, to another mind-blowing episode, where today we are diving deep into one of the most underrated yet absolutely fascinating coins, sitting right inside your pocket change, or maybe hiding in an old jar in your grandma's attic. Yes, we are talking about the 1991 Lincoln Memorial Penny, and trust me, by the end of this video, your jaw is going to drop, because what seems like a worthless 1-cent coin could actually be a hidden treasure, worth way more than you ever imagined. So sit tight, grab your magnifying glass, and let's go on this incredible journey together. Now first, let's talk history. The Lincoln penny has been around since 1909, making it one of the longest-running coin designs in all of American history. Abraham Lincoln himself graces the obverse of this iconic coin, and the reverse featured the stunning Lincoln Memorial Building in Washington, D.C., from 1959 all the way through 2008, making the 1991 penny part of that legendary memorial era, and that alone gives it serious collector appeal. Now, in 1991, the United States Mint produced these pennies at 3 different locations, and this is where things get really exciting. The Philadelphia Mint struck a massive number of these coins, the Denver Mint added its famous D Mint mark, and then there was the San Francisco Mint, which produced special proof coins for collectors. And let me tell you right now, that mint mark on your coin could be the difference between a coin worth face value and one worth serious cold hard cash. Speaking of mint marks, flip that 1991 penny over and look right below the date. On the obverse side, if you see a tiny D, that means Denver. If you see nothing at all, that means Philadelphia. And if you are lucky enough to have an S, that means San Francisco. And that San Francisco proof penny is already in a completely different league of collectability and rarity. Now here is where things get absolutely shocking, and this is what every collector dreams about: era coins. Yes, errors and varieties are the secret weapons in the coin collecting world, and the 1991 Lincoln penny is no exception. There are documented cases of 1991 pennies with doubled die errors where the design elements appear doubled or slightly offset when examined under magnification. These errors happen during the die creation process, and they are extraordinarily rare. Some of these doubled die varieties on 1991 pennies have sold for hundreds, even thousands of dollars at major auction houses like Heritage Auctions and Stackbowers, just because of a tiny manufacturing mistake that most people would walk right past without a second glance. Can you believe that a coin most people throw in a tip jar could fund a weekend vacation if it has the right error on it? Now, let's talk about the off-center strikes, which are another jaw-dropping error type. These happen when the coin blank is not properly aligned with the dies during striking, and the result is a coin where the design is dramatically shifted off to one side. The more off-center the strike, the more valuable the coin, and some severely off-center 1991 pennies, with the date still fully visible, have been known to fetch astonishing prices among serious error coin collectors. And then there are the broad-struck errors, where the collar die that keeps the coin round fails to do its job, and the coin spreads out wider than normal, giving it a strange, almost alien appearance that makes collectors absolutely lose their minds over these pieces. Another incredible variety to look for is the repunched mint mark, or RPM, where the mint mark was punched into the die more than once at slightly different angles, creating a doubled or overlapping mint mark effect. These RPM varieties are incredibly sought after and can dramatically increase the value of your 1991 penny beyond anything you would expect from such a common date coin. Now, let's talk rarity and mintage numbers, because this is where context matters enormously. The Philadelphia Mint produced over 8 billion billion, 1991, Lincoln pennies, while Denver churned out an equally massive number, making these two varieties extremely common in circulated condition. However, here is the shocking truth that most people simply do not know. Condition is absolutely everything in the coin collecting world. A 1991 penny in poor circulated condition might be worth exactly 1 cent, but the exact same coin graded mint, state 65 or higher by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC, could be worth anywhere from a few dollars to over $50 or even more. And when you start talking about gem mint state, examples with full red color designation, meaning the coin has retained its original brilliant copper luster without any toning or spotting, the value climbs even more dramatically, because finding a perfectly preserved 1991 penny from circulation is genuinely difficult after more than 3 decades of potential wear and environmental exposure. Now the San Francisco proof coins from 1991 are in their own stunning category. These were specially made coins, struck multiple times with polished dies on specially prepared planchette blanks, creating coins with mirror-like fields and frosted raised design elements. They were sold directly to collectors in proof sets and were never intended for circulation. These gems in perfect proof, 70 deep cameo condition, as graded by PCGS or NGC, have sold at auction for figures that would make your head spin, and they represent some of the most beautiful examples of the coin maker's art ever produced at the United States Mint. Let's also talk about the composition of the 1991 penny, because this is another shocking fact that most people have absolutely no idea about. Since 1982, Lincoln pennies are no longer made of solid copper. They are actually made of zinc, with only a very thin copper plating on the outside. This means that the 1991 penny is 95% zinc and only 2.5% copper. But here is the incredible thing: if you ever find a 1991 penny that is solid copper throughout without the zinc core, you would have one of the most mind-blowing and astronomically valuable era coins imaginable, because that would mean it was struck on a pre-1982 solid copper planchette that somehow entered the mint production line, and that kind of transitional error can be worth tens of thousands of dollars and would be an absolute sensation in the numismatic community. So always check your 1991 pennies with a scale, because a genuine copper penny weighs 3.1 grams while the zinc copper-clad version weighs only 2.5 grams, and that tiny weight difference could mean the difference between a normal coin and a life-changing discovery. Now for storage and preservation tips, because if you do find a valuable 1991 penny, please, for the love of all things numismatic, do not clean it. Never clean your coins, because cleaning destroys the natural surface and dramatically reduces value. Instead, handle coins only by the edges, store them in archival quality flips or holders, and keep them away from humidity, heat, and direct sunlight. If you think you have found something special, take it to a professional coin dealer or submit it to PCGS or NGC for grading and authentication, because having that little slab with the official grade on it is what transforms a cool coin into a verified, marketable treasure that collectors will compete aggressively to own at auction. So to wrap up this incredible journey into the world of the 1991 Lincoln Memorial Penny, remember that what looks like a simple 1-cent piece can be hiding secrets that only the most knowledgeable and observant collectors will ever discover. Check every 1991 penny you come across for that mint mark. Look at it carefully under magnification for doubling errors, weigh it to check the composition, and always keep the best examples in proper storage, because the next coin you find could be the one that changes everything. So keep searching, keep learning, and never, ever underestimate the power of a penny, because history, value, rarity, and shocking secrets are hiding right there in your spare change, waiting for someone just like you to discover them. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you found this information valuable, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another episode where we uncover the hidden treasures of the numismatic world. See you in the next one. The unbelievable story of the U.S. Lincoln Penny, 1994, begins with a mysterious wave of excitement that shocked collectors, treasure hunters, coin dealers, auction experts, and ordinary people who suddenly discovered that a simple-looking copper-colored coin hiding inside jars, drawers, piggy banks, and forgotten pockets could become a symbol of hidden wealth, unbelievable rarity, and historic American legacy, because the 1994 Lincoln Penny was not just another coin passing from one hand to another in grocery stores, gas stations, schools, and banks, but a remarkable piece of American history connected to the legendary image of President Abraham Lincoln, whose face became one of the most recognized symbols in the world. And when collectors started examining the 1994 penny more closely, they uncovered astonishing secrets about mint marks. Rare errors, dramatic auction sales, strange varieties, and hidden factors that turned ordinary pennies into coins worth hundreds, thousands, and in some shocking situations even more money than most people could ever imagine. While millions of these pennies were produced at the Philadelphia Mint, the Denver Mint, and the famous San Francisco Mint proof facility, only a small number survived in perfect condition, and even fewer contained rare minting mistakes that collectors dream about every single day. Because in the exciting world of coin collecting, one tiny mistake can completely transform a common penny into a legendary treasure, and that is exactly why the 1994 Lincoln penny has become such a powerful topic inside auctions, online collector communities, and rare coin conventions where experts continue searching for hidden gems that could change someone's life overnight. The history behind this fascinating coin reaches deep into the continuing popularity of the Lincoln Cent series, which first began in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, and since that historic moment, the Lincoln penny became one of the longest-running and most beloved coin series in United States history, inspiring generations of Americans to check their change and dream about discovering a valuable rarity hidden in plain sight. And by 1990, for the Lincoln penny had already become an iconic piece of everyday life, yet behind its familiar appearance there were mysteries waiting to be discovered, because different mint facilities struck the coins using different dies, different pressures, and different production conditions, creating subtle variations that collectors now study with incredible passion and determination. The Philadelphia Mint produced millions upon millions of 1994 pennies without a mint mark, while the Denver Mint created its own versions carrying the small d mint mark, and the San Francisco Mint struck dazzling proof coins specially made for collectors with mirror-like surfaces that shine with breathtaking beauty. And among all these coins, certain pieces emerged as extraordinary rarities, especially those with dramatic doubling off center strikes, clipped planchettes, die cracks, die chips, broad strikes, and other jaw-dropping mint errors that instantly captured attention inside auctions where fierce bidding battles erupted among collectors desperate to own one of these spectacular mistakes. And one of the most exciting factors about the 1994 Lincoln penny is the possibility that rare high-grade examples could command enormous prices, because condition means everything in the coin collecting world, and while billions of pennies circulated through everyday commerce, only a tiny percentage escaped scratches were stains and damage, allowing pristine, uncirculated examples with blazing red color to become highly desired treasures, especially when certified by professional grading companies such as PCGs and NGC, where elite coins receiving grades like MS67 or higher suddenly transformed from ordinary 1-cent pieces into shocking auction stars worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, and collectors became obsessed with finding these elite condition rarities, because the difference between a worn penny and a flawless gem can mean the difference between almost no value and a life-changing payday, which is why experts constantly remind people to inspect old rolls, jars, and collections for hidden treasures that might still be waiting to be discovered. After decades of being ignored and forgotten, the excitement surrounding the 1994 Lincoln penny exploded even further when certain dramatic error coins began appearing at major auctions, causing waves of excitement across the numismatic world, because collectors know that mint errors are accidental creations of history, impossible to reproduce exactly the same way again, making each error coin unique and special. And among the most thrilling discoveries were double die errors, where letters or numbers appear doubled, creating a strange ghost-like appearance that instantly attracts attention from experienced collectors, while off-center strikes created bizarre-looking coins with incomplete designs, and clipped planchettes produced pennies with missing curved sections that looked almost unreal. And then there were die cracks and coud errors, where damaged dies created raised lines, blobs, and unusual formations on the coin surface, transforming ordinary pennies into astonishing conversation pieces that collectors eagerly hunted across flea markets, coin shops, estate sales, and online auctions, hoping to uncover the next hidden jackpot. And the auction world responded with incredible enthusiasm, as rare examples of these 1994 penny errors sold for impressive amounts, proving once again that even modern coins can carry enormous value when the right combination of rarity, condition, and collector demand comes together in one unforgettable piece. And the thrill of these discoveries continues, inspiring thousands of people around the world to search through pocket change with growing excitement, because the dream of finding a valuable coin remains one of the most thrilling adventures in modern collecting culture. Another major factor driving the value and rarity of the 1994 Lincoln penny is the importance of mint marks, because collectors carefully study these tiny letters to determine where a coin was struck, and certain mint locations often produce coins with different levels of rarity, quality, and demand. The Philadelphia coins without mint marks remain extremely common in circulated condition, but superb uncirculated examples with brilliant, original surfaces are far more difficult to locate, especially those with sharp details, glowing red color and minimal contact marks, while the Denver minted pennies featuring the D mint mark also attracted serious attention among collectors because some high-grade examples displayed exceptional strike quality, making them highly competitive in the grading world where collectors battle fiercely for registry set rankings and prestige. Meanwhile, the San Francisco proof pennies became favorites among enthusiasts who admired their stunning mirror finishes, frosted designs, and carefully polished appearance. Yet even proof coins sometimes revealed fascinating minting errors that sent collectors into absolute excitement because the idea of a proof coin carrying a dramatic mistake feels almost unbelievable, and these rare proof errors became legendary treasures, commanding enormous respect within the hobby and adding even more mystery and excitement to the already fascinating story of the 1994 Lincoln penny. And as years passed, more collectors realized that condition, rarity, and eye appeal were essential ingredients in determining value, leading to intense competition for top quality specimens, especially those graded at the highest levels where population reports showed just how few truly elite examples existed. And whenever a spectacular 1994 penny appeared in a major auction, collectors watched closely, eager to see whether bidding would climb into shocking territory, and time after time, rare examples achieved impressive results, reinforcing the idea that hidden value can exist in even the smallest and most overlooked objects. The incredible popularity of Lincoln cents also comes from the emotional connection many people feel toward Abraham Lincoln himself, because his image represents honesty, strength, leadership, sacrifice, and American history, and for generations, children learned about coin collecting through Lincoln pennies, making them one of the most nostalgic and beloved coins ever created. And this emotional connection adds another layer of fascination to the 1994 penny, because collectors are not simply buying metal, they are preserving a piece of American culture and history while participating in a treasure hunt filled with mystery, suspense, and excitement. And as social media, videos online, auction sites, and viral coin collecting stories spread across the internet, millions of people became captivated by tales of rare pennies selling for astonishing amounts of money, leading many beginners to search through their own collections, hoping to uncover forgotten treasures. And the 1994 Lincoln penny quickly became one of the coins frequently discussed in these exciting stories, especially when reports surfaced about high-grade red examples, rare errors, and unusual varieties, bringing unexpectedly large auction prices and fueling dreams of instant discovery among collectors of all ages. And one of the most shocking truths about coin collecting is that many valuable coins remain hidden in plain sight because most people never examine their coins carefully enough to notice tiny details that could indicate extraordinary rarity. And this possibility creates endless excitement around the 1994 Lincoln penny, because somewhere inside an old jar, bank roll, or forgotten drawer, a rare specimen could still be waiting to be discovered by someone completely unaware of its potential value. And that possibility continues driving the passion and obsession of collectors around the world. Welcome, coin hunters, treasure seekers, and rare coin fanatics, to the most shocking and jaw-dropping deep dive into one of the most secretly valuable pennies ever struck by the United States Mint. The legendary 1995 Lincoln Memorial Cent, a coin that looks completely ordinary but hides extraordinary secrets that could make you insanely rich if you have the right one sitting in your pocket right now. So buckle up, because what you are about to discover will absolutely blow your mind. The Lincoln penny has been in circulation since 1909, when it was first introduced by the U.S. Mint to honor President Abraham Lincoln, making it the first American coin to ever feature a real historical figure on its face. And for over a century, collectors have been obsessively hunting every single year, date, and mint mark combination, searching for those rare hidden treasures that separate a worthless 1-cent coin from a coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. And the 1995 penny is one of the most thrilling and controversial coins in the entire Lincoln cent series, because it carries one of the most famous and electrifying errors in modern United States coinage history: the mind-blowing 1995 doubled die obverse error, a mistake so dramatic, so visually stunning, and so wildly collectible that it has sent coin collectors into an absolute frenzy for decades. Now here is what makes this so insanely exciting. In 1985, the Philadelphia Mint accidentally created working dies with a massive doubling effect on the obverse side of the coin, meaning the front face of the Lincoln penny shows a dramatic and unmistakable doubling of the date, the word liberty, and the motto, "In God We Trust." And this is not some tiny, barely visible, microscopic doubling. This is a thunderous, shocking, in-your-face doubling that you can see with your naked eye, or with just a simple magnifying glass. And the most heart-pounding part is that billions of these 1995 pennies were struck, but only a relatively small number escaped the mint with this catastrophic error before anyone caught it, making the 1995 doubled die obverse penny a modern rarity that serious collectors will pay top dollar to add to their collection. Now let us talk about the staggering value that makes this coin so ridiculously attractive to investors and treasure hunters, because a regular 1995 Lincoln Memorial penny from Philadelphia with no mint mark is worth absolutely nothing more than face value, just 1 single cent if it is circulated and worn, but the moment you discover one with that gorgeous, unmistakable double die obverse error, the value skyrockets into the stratosphere with examples in good circulated condition, selling for anywhere between $50 to $150, and those lucky enough to find one graded mint state or uncirculated by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can fetch prices of $500 to over $1,500, making this a truly explosive discovery for anyone who finds one hiding in their pocket change jar or inherited coin collection. Now, the 1995 Lincoln cent was produced at 2 different mint facilities, which is crucial knowledge for every serious collector. The Philadelphia Mint produced a colossal 6,411,000,000 pennies with no mint mark, while the Denver Mint struck an equally massive 7,128,000,000 pennies, each bearing the tiny but critically important letter D mint mark located just below the date on the obverse. And while the sheer volume of these coins might make you think they are all worthless, the error coins, the varieties, and the pristine, uncirculated specimens tell a completely different and far more exciting story. Because coin rarity is never just about how many were made, it is about how many survived in exceptional condition, how many were struck with dramatic errors, and how many examples have been professionally certified and authenticated by trusted grading companies. And this is where the real treasure hunting adventure begins for every single one of you watching right now, because the shocking truth is that millions of these 1995 pennies still exist in circulation in old piggy banks, in coffee cans, stuffed under mattresses, in estate sales, at flea markets, and in forgotten coin collections gathering dust in attics across America, waiting to be discovered by sharp-eyed treasure hunters just like you. So here is what you absolutely must do. Grab every single 1995 penny you can find and examine it with a quality magnifying glass or loupe focusing specifically on the date, the word liberty, and the phrase "in God we trust" on the front of the coin. If you see any doubling, any ghost image or shadowing effect where the letters and numbers appear to be repeated or appear thick and spread apart, congratulations, you may have just struck gold, or in this case, struck rare copper-coated zinc. And beyond the legendary double die error, there are also other spectacular varieties and die markers that collectors obsessively search for in the 1985 Lincoln cent series, including repunched mint marks on the Denver issue, die cracks, and die chips that create dramatic raised lines or blobs on the coin surface, and coins that were struck on the wrong planchette or blank, creating bizarre off-metal errors that are worth jaw-dropping amounts of money at auction houses like Heritage Auctions, Stack Bowers, and great collections where serious collector bidding wars have pushed rare Lincoln cent errors to prices that would make your eyes pop right out of your head. The most expensive and legendary 1995 doubled die obverse examples, graded by PCGS or NGC in pristine Ms. 65 red condition, representing coins with blazing original red copper color and virtually no contact marks, have sold at major auctions for prices that absolutely stun newcomers to the coin collecting hobby, proving beyond any shadow of doubt that this seemingly ordinary penny from 1995 is anything but ordinary. And the condition of your coin matters enormously, because professional coin graders assess every single Lincoln penny on a precise 70-point Sheldon scale, where a coin graded Ms. 70 would be a theoretical, perfect, flawless specimen, and a coin graded G4 is a heavily worn, barely identifiable example, and every single point on that grading scale translates directly into massive price differences that can literally be the difference between a coin worth a few dollars and a coin worth thousands of dollars. So always store your coins carefully, never clean them, never polish them, and never touch the faces of your coins with your bare fingers, because the natural oils from your skin can permanently damage the surface of a coin and destroy its numismatic value faster than you can imagine. The fascinating history of the Lincoln Memorial penny itself adds incredible depth and collector appeal to every single 1995 example, because from 1959 to 2008, the reverse design of the Lincoln cent featured the stunning engraving of the Lincoln Memorial Building in Washington, D.C., created by Frank Gasparro, replacing the original wheatstock reverse design that had graced the Lincoln cent since 1909. And this memorial reverse design makes the 1995 Lincoln cent part of one of the most widely collected and historically significant coin series in all of American numismatic history, attracting millions of passionate collectors worldwide who spend their entire lifetimes assembling complete date and mint mark sets, searching for key dates, rare errors, and breathtaking gem quality examples that represent the absolute pinnacle of the coin collecting hobby. And right now, as you watch this video, you might already own one of these spectacular 1995 Lincoln cent doubled die era coins without even knowing it, because the truth is that most people walk right past numismatic fortunes every single day, throwing pennies in fountains, stuffing them in jars, or simply tossing them away without ever realizing that some of those humble little copper-colored coins could pay for a vacation, a car payment, or even more. And that is the most electrifying and thrilling reality of coin collecting that makes it one of the most addictive and rewarding hobbies on the entire planet, because treasure can be absolutely anywhere. It can be in your kitchen, drawer in your car, cup holder in your grandparents' old coin jar, or in a dusty old album at an estate sale. And the knowledge you gain from watching videos like this one and from studying the fascinating world of era coins, varieties, mint marks, and key dates is the most powerful weapon in your treasure hunting arsenal. So keep searching, keep learning, keep examining every single penny that passes through your hands, and never stop believing that your next jaw-dropping numismatic discovery might be just one coin flip away. Happy hunting, everyone, and remember to smash that like button, subscribe to this channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another stunning coin discovery that could change your life forever.